I wonder how many incredible things could be created if most of us would just get out of our own way. I am extremely guilty of this. I constantly sabotage myself and get stuck in these thought patterns that hold me back. And so, this video right here is an example of me just trying to push through that obstacle that I've created for myself. No one else has created an obstacle. I am in my own way all the time. And what's weird is if you look back at content on this channel, I've done this a couple of times where I will start making something and I really enjoy it. I love it. Like even the feeling of turning the camera on and actually hitting record right now, it feels good to me. I really love doing it. The issue is that as soon as I get started and I publish one video or a couple, I suddenly start to have this pressure of, well, I need to start getting better. I need to start improving things and I need to, not just turn on the camera and click record and do no editing. It needs to be fancy and flashy and all of this stuff. And what's true is that as soon as those thoughts start in, and I'm not really at the point where I have the capacity to do that, I don't have the time, or I don't know, the doubt really is what happens. It's like I doubt myself to make something better, to sit down and edit something that would be worthwhile. Then I don't make anything at all. And what's funny is I look back at some of the content I've published in the past and the times where I haven't edited anything, I haven't overthought it, I just turned the camera on and made something, has actually brought me more results, whether that's through the sense of people watching it, people engaging and commenting, opportunities coming my way from people that actually decided to watch it. And they didn't care that there wasn't flashy editing or 100 hours put into something. Ultimately, it's still connected with a handful of people. Sure, if I put in the extra time, maybe something could go to a larger audience and something like that could happen. But no one cared as much as I'm thinking people will care. And so what happens is I do a video like this and I will publish this one. And then I know that a day later, my brain is going to say, well, now you got to get better. Now you got to change it. You got to start to improve. And there's a chance that then fear will kick in and I'll stop recording again for months at a time. And I'm kind of stuck on this loop that feels really difficult to get out of, but actively in this moment, I am trying to overcome it. That is what this video is. I'm talking about it so I can be self-aware so that I can continue to sit down and make these videos and just allow this space to be where I just explore ideas. I don't overthink them. I don't overproduce anything. This is more of just almost like a stream of consciousness type channel and type attempt. And I know that I'm capable of making grander videos and grander projects, but I think it's really helpful to have a space that doesn't have any of that pressure. And I think almost for me, I'm in a season where I don't want any of that pressure whatsoever. And through that, we could figure out, what the next steps could be to then create things that do take more time, to take more effort, all of that stuff. But right now, that shouldn't matter, that can be for future stuff. That doesn't need to be for present me. And that's the thing that I'm just trying to get through my head, because I know I'm not alone. So my hope is that in sharing this, that there's other people out there that, can relate to that and, are stuck in that same loop of almost self-sabotaging our ideas. It's weird that it happens. Like I have all the signs in the universe to tell me that I don't need to sabotage myself and that things ultimately always end up better than I convince myself that they will go when I'm making something. Yet it's still every time, every day I'm like, oh, I want to make this thing. And then the doubt will creep in. And so I'm just mentioning this out loud to try to, put one step forward and get started again with creating more openly and just with more compassion for myself around this. And my attempt is to just start publishing every day for as long as I can keep up this streak and share different ideas around just creativity, making things, stories, just all the things that are coming up for me. Like, and I think that's also the next thing is that I always am like, it needs to be, I need to be this thing. When in reality, maybe the solution is just to be me, be myself, not make myself turn into any specific thing. Just follow the curiosities that I have and see what comes up from it. I've gone the route where I've tried to box myself into certain things, and it's really just not the most enjoyable for me over the long term. And for some reason, it's like I know that, but then everyone else is like, oh, you got to box yourself in, you got to niche down, and there is value to it, but I think it's going to drive me insane to box myself in, and I don't want to do that. And so it's like by trying to narrow myself down, it's actually stopped me from doing really anything for a while, which is not fun. So this has been long-winded, but that's okay because there's no expectations here. I am going to just share this. I'm going to post this, see if anybody can relate with this, because I think at the core, the problem I'm trying to solve is what would happen if we could get out of our own way. And whether that's in the form of writing or of making videos, whatever it is for you, if you can get out of your own way, what's possible. And so this is that first video of that attempt. I've done this before. It's not the first time I've tried this, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully you'll, see me again tomorrow and more days. And yeah, ultimately, thank you for listening, for watching. And if you feel this type of way, let me know. And if you're watching this and you kind of struggle with that same sort of doubt and self-sabotage, I encourage you to just try to make something today, because I did this took me 7 minutes, and now I feel better, and it only took 7 minutes. So when I say that out loud, it's kind of silly that I put it off any longer. And so heck yeah, go me. I'm excited. Thank you for watching.